Once you're lying down, just take a few moments to check how your sleep was, how your energy levels are, your vitality, maybe even your mood, your mindset. Just take a few moments here. So many factors that can impact how we show up, how you went to sleep, if you had something on your mind, if that affected your dreaming, can affect how you now wake up, which then of course can affect the flow of your day. So that's why these morning rituals, these morning practices are really vital, just to make sure you start your day clear. So as you take your next breath in, just do a big yawny stretch. So reach back with your arms, point down through your toes, spread through the fingers, and just do a big wake up stretch. And then as you exhale, bring your arms back down alongside the body. We do that again. We take the breath in and we stretch, lift the rib cage a little, stretch out through the fingers, reaching long. And release. And we'll do that one more time, stretching back. This time you might want to grab your right wrist, stretch the right side long, and then the left side long. And just do a big stretch through both arms, both legs, lengthening the waist. And then slide in with your knees and bring your knees all the way into the chest. And then just hold the knees for a second here, just flattening through the back, taking a few breaths. Nothing else, just holding the knees. A few breaths here. Maybe a little rocking. Let's bring the nose up towards the knees and squeeze the breath out. Make a tight ball. Then lower your head down, bring your feet to the ground, reach back through both arms, tilt the pelvis, squeeze the glutes, come up into a bridge, keeping your arms behind as you scoop and roll it down. Bringing the knees back into the chest and squeeze, tight ball. Feet back to the ground, arms reach behind. Tilt the pelvis, squeeze the glutes, come up nice and high. Feel nice and active through the glutes, so waking up the glute muscles a little. And then again, rolling down through the spine. And bringing the knees into the chest. Tight ball. Now keep the knees up, take your arms out wide. We'll take the legs over to the left and then over to the right. And just keep moving side to side. And your head can just turn in the opposite direction. And we'll take the legs over to the left side. As you look to the right, stay there. And then over to the other side, turning the head in the opposite direction. Couple of breaths, lengthening, try to slide the knees towards each other. Come back into the center, place your feet on the ground. Knees bent, arms stay down alongside the body, And then tilt the pelvis and come back up into a bridge. Now we're going to hold the bridge position. We're going to focus a bit more on the glutes. So keeping the glutes active. And then we're just going to do a little bit of movement. So you're going to raise your right leg up and then place that down and then the left leg up. So you're kind of marching. But what you want to focus on is as you lift each leg, try not to twist or drop your hips. So your hips stay really level as you do this. See if you can keep doing that. And then we're going to keep both feet on the ground, squeeze the glutes and hold. And then come back down, hug the knees into the chest. And stay with your head down, but your knees lifted. We're going to hold on to the right knee. And then raise your left leg straight up to the ceiling. So just a little bit of easy warm up through the core, extending that left leg long as it comes down. Inhale as it goes back up. And then again, extending long. Inhale as it comes back up. So you're holding the right knee and the left leg long as you lower it down. And one more like this, extending long. Now keep that leg just lifting and then bring your nose towards the knee. Squeeze the breath out, holding, and then lower the head. Bring that knee in, both hands on the left knee, raise your right leg up. And then lowering that leg towards the ground and bring it back up. Lowering it down, extending long. Bring it back up and again. And then we bring that leg down, hold it here, bring your nose to the knee. And then lower it down, bring your knee into the chest. So holding both knees. Now let's take the inhale. As you exhale, lift your head up, bring your nose to both knees, and then reach with your arms just alongside your legs. So you're reaching your arms down the mat. Now from here, extend your legs out and then bring the knees back in. And extending your legs out, bring the knees back in. Again, extending long, bring the knees in. Two more. One more here. Bring the knees in and lower your head down. So keep holding the knees. Let's just bring them back in. Good. Okay. Let's lift the head and shoulders again. So coming into that crunch. Reach with your arms down the mat. Stay in the crunch. Reach your arms behind. Keep your legs where they are. Bring your arms back towards your feet. So inhale, reach your arms behind. Exhale, bring your hands back to your feet. Inhale, reach your arms behind. Exhale, one more time. And then bring your hands to your knees and lower your head down. Pause for a moment here. And then again, we're going to lift the head and shoulders, reach with both arms. And we're going to put the two together. So you're going to reach out with your arms and legs. And then exhale, bring it back. Try and stay in that crunch. Inhale, arms and legs go out. Exhale, come back into the crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, two more. One more like that. And then we lower the head down and bring the feet to the ground. Good. Okay, arms down alongside the body, tilt the pelvis. Have your feet a little wider as you lift into a bridge. Intertwine the fingers underneath your body. Rock onto your shoulder blades. Press down into the floor. Squeeze your glutes and lift. And hold it here. One more big lift, and then exhale. Come all the way down. We're going to butterfly the legs. Wrap your arms around the top of the head. Come back into those slow breaths. Belly, ribs, chest. Slide the legs down the mat. Take that big reach back again. And then raise your right leg up towards the ceiling. Now come up and grab the leg and bring your nose towards the knee and just hold it for a moment so you get that hamstring stretch. And then extend long. Take a breath in. Bring the other leg up and bring your nose towards the knee. And then the hamstring stretch. Reaching back, breathing in. Exhale, coming up, nose towards the knee. Inhale, reaching long. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, reaching long. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, long. Exhale, up. Inhale, long. And now on your next exhale, make your way to a sitting position. Let's place the hands onto the shins and just do a nice easy slide forward. You might grab your toes. Stay there for a few breaths, tucking the chin in. Ease out of that and come into a butterfly position. So bring the soles of the feet together. Bring it in nice and close. And then same thing, just in your own time, coming forward. You can ease in and out of it, or you can just hold it. Just take a few steady breaths like this. And slowly release. All right, let's make our way around to hands and knees. And I'm going to a wide leg child's pose towards the back of the mat. Big reach down the mat, maybe walking the fingertips forward, bottom back, hold it here. Do a little walk to the right. And a little walk to the left, leaning into the shoulder. Come back into the center. Make your way up to a hands and knees position. Just move into some cat flows. Your own time. Just connect to the breath here. All right, let's take an inhale. Plug the shoulders in, tuck the toes, and then push up to the mountain. Now just do some marches here. Spread the toes as your heel comes up, and as your heel goes down, long, slow exhale, pressing into the Achilles, the calves. One more breath, pressing away. Slight bend at the knees as you press back through the sit bones, keeping the neck long. Suction the hands into the floor. Taking another 2 breaths. And then come back to the hands and knees position. Have your hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. So let's slide the left leg out behind and the right arm out to the front and just hold that position. So keep the arm at shoulder height, keep the leg at hip height. Keep pressing away through the left hand, strong core, holding, nice and active. One more breath, and then the hand and knee come back down. So we go the other side, right leg, left hand, and hold, keeping the core strong. I'll take one more breath like this. And then hand and knee back down. So we'll do it again, breathing in, left leg back, right arm forward, and really extend long through both the arm and leg. So active with that leg, feel like you're trying to touch the wall behind you. And with that arm, reach it long. The supporting arm strong. Hand and knee down, one more time. Reaching, extending out. Long reach. And then hand and knee down. Tucking the toes, pressing back to the mountain. Suctioning both hands and feet into the floor and holding. Another couple of breaths this time. See if you can get your legs a little straighter than we did a minute ago. A bit more hamstrings as well. Come up onto the toes and extend into a high plank. So you're looking slightly forward of the mat. Just again, driving the ground away, keeping the legs active. Take one more breath. And we go back to the mountain. Now raise your right leg high. Again, reach it. Come into your high plank, but bring that knee underneath, driving the ground away, and keep your knee close to your chest. Raise the leg back up high, breathing in. And again, coming forward. Arms stay strong as you bring that knee forward. Inhale again, raise your leg high. Exhale, come forward, bring that knee in underneath. One more back, and this time we'll step the leg through. We're going to keep the back leg straight. Take a breath and look forward. And then exhale, straighten the front leg and hold. Bend the front knee, taking the back foot on an angle, and then coming up into a warrior position. So raise your arms, bend through that front knee, drive through the back leg. Keep the arms nice and active, so think about your triceps strong. Take another 2 breaths. And then we come back to the mountain. Exhale, maybe exhale through the mouth here. Raise the left leg high, nice and active, strong arms. Come into your plank and bring that knee underneath, bring the knee to the chest, driving the arms strong. Inhale, raising your leg high. And again, exhale, bring that knee right up to the chest. Inhale. Exhale, bring it through and hold it. Then we go back this time, we step it through. Hold it here, take a breath in. Straighten the front leg, nose towards the knee, hamstring stretch. Then bend the front knee, take the back foot on an angle and come up to warrior. You want to drive through both feet. And the arms are strong. Always pulling that left hip in so the hips are nice and square. Taking another breath like this. Hands come to the floor as we come back to the mountain. And hold. You're looking to your feet, not down to the mat. Back of the neck long. Yes, like that. Now raise your right leg high. And then again, come into your high plank and bring that knee in underneath into a crunch. Inhale. So we want to stay strong in the arms. Exhale, go forward. Crunch. One more. And crunch. Then we're going to go back one more time, breathing in. And this time we'll step it through. We'll go straight into that warrior. So back leg on an angle and come up. Get nice and low, strong arms. Like this. Good. Hands come to the floor. Back to the mountain. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, stay strong in the arms. We'll get a break in a sec. Raise your left leg high. Come into your plank. Bring that knee in. Reach up high. Breathe in. Exhale. Crunch. Driving the ground away. Inhale. Exhale forward. And then this time we're going to step it through. Back foot on an angle and come up. Hold it here. Exhale, back to the mountain. And then from the mountain to the plank, from the plank, come all the way down. Come down onto the stomach. Okay, hold it here. Reach your arms out to the front. Draw the belly in a little bit. So pull the rib cage in. Float the forehead up. And then both arms and legs coming off the floor. Hold it here. So nice and strong through the core, through the glutes. And then bring your arms behind. Intertwine the fingers. Index fingers pointing back. Draw the shoulders back. Squeeze the back body. Hold it here. Breathe easy. Take one more breath. Ease it down, bring your hands back, come back to child's pose. Release. Okay, back up to hands and knees. Come back to the mountain. We're going to take that right leg high again, lift up, come into your plank, but this time bring that right knee towards your right elbow, so you're touching it. Inhale, come back up, raise the leg, strong arms as you go forward, just touch the elbow. Inhale, we go back up. And again, forward, just touching the right elbow. And this time, as you go forward, step to the outside of the right hand, bringing the back knee to the ground. Stay on your fingertips. Sink into the hips and hold it here. And we're going to keep the left hand on the ground. Raise the right arm if you want. You're opening that right knee and rotating. Then as you bring your hand back down, walk your hands forward slightly. Slightly bend your elbows, coming a little closer towards the floor. Now we come back up. Step back to the mountain. So raising your left leg high. Come forward, touch your left knee, strong arms. Inhale as we go up. And then exhale, touch. Inhale, we go up. Exhale, touch. And this time, we're going to step that leg to the outside and bring the back knee down. Good. Come up onto your fingertips. Just sink the hips. You can open that knee a little. Raise your left arm. Chest opens. Bring your hand to the ground. Walk your hands slightly forward. Little bend at the elbows, sinking towards the mat a little. Good. Let's take the toes back to the mountain, pressing the ground away. Come into your high plank. Lower the whole body to the ground. Reach your arms out to the front. Pull the rib cage in, pubic bone to the floor, float the forehead off the ground, and then lift both arms and legs off the floor. And then reach back with your arms. See if you can intertwine the fingers. Press away, squeezing chest forward. Squeeze the back body. Ease back down. Come back to child's pose. Release. Okay, let's come back to hands and knees. Okay, one more in this sequence. Tuck the toes, press back to the mountain. You're going to raise your right leg again. Come into that plank position, but bring your right knee towards your left elbow, so diagonally underneath. Inhale, we go up. Exhale, towards the opposite elbow. But keep the knee close to the chest. So you're going to use your abs. And now this time, take your right knee towards your right wrist and flick your foot across. So we're going into pigeon pose. So your left leg slides back, come up onto the fingertips. See if you can sink a little. Feel free to use a cushion if you need one. Hold it here. And then you can walk it out a little bit, come to the forearms or extend all the way. And come back up onto the fingertips. Now stay on the fingertips and just kind of extend and almost back bend a little bit. So reaching back. You can stay here or you can try grabbing your foot. I'd even be able to grab it with both hands. Open up. Another couple of breaths, opening into the chest, breathing into the chest. Bring the hands to the ground, step back to the mountain. Big exhale. And every now and then that you're looking towards your feet, not down towards the mat. We want the back of the neck long. So raise your left leg high. Come into your plank and bring your left knee towards your right elbow. Inhale as we go up. Exhale forward towards the opposite elbow. Inhale. Exhale, cross. And now this time, take your knee towards your left wrist and your foot across, pigeon pose. Slide your leg back, take a moment. Kind of check in, come up onto the fingertips to start with. So you're up. And then walk it out, maybe all the way. Come back up onto the fingertips and then just kind of arch back, so dropping the hips. Stay there, and if you want, you can try grabbing that foot. I think I'll be able to do both on the side. Opening the chest and hold it here. And release. Make your way back to the mountain. So one more time into your high plank, lower the whole body down to the ground. Same thing, reach your arms out to the front. Floating up, arms and legs. Now you can again go back and reach your hands behind, or you can try grabbing your ankles, going into bow pose. Pressing the hips towards the floor, drawing the shoulders back, jaw closed. Squeeze and lift. Try to contract the back body, lifting up. Another 2 breaths like this. And then exhale, slowly release. And come back to child's pose. I'll just take 2 or 3 breaths like this. Okay. We're going to come back to hands and knees. Now bring your forearms to the ground. So intertwine your fingers and forearms to the ground. We're going to set up for dolphin pose. So elbows are directly underneath the shoulders here, shoulders away from your ears. Tuck your toes and then lift up your bottom up, so staying onto your toes. So your head's not touching the ground. Pressing into the forearms. Hold it just for a few breaths. And then ease back down. So if you need to make any adjustments, like elbows might need to be closer together, or your body might want to come closer, so draw the shoulders away from the ears, tuck your toes, and then we go back up. Again, you could try walking your feet closer, coming high onto the toes, head hanging. Drive the ground away, look towards the toes. Hold it here. And then come back to the knees. Hold, good. So again, any adjustments? And then we'll do that one more time. So coming up, looking back, walking a little closer if you want to. Try lifting one leg up. Switching. And bring it down, coming down to the knees. And then as you come back, bring your forehead to the ground. Maybe take the feet a little wider into child's pose and rest your arms around by your feet. And just take a few moments here. One more breath. Okay, so we're going to come back up again. Now I'm going to give you an option. We haven't done this for a long time. Going into the headstand. So you're just going to go back into dolphin pose unless you want to give headstand a go. Remember, you are all on your own and there's no one there to catch you. So you might also want to go up against a wall so that there's a wall behind you if you want to. Okay. Make sure there's no doggies. Okay, so if you are going to try the headstand, you're going to intertwine the fingers, and this time your head does touch the ground, so the crown of the head does touch the ground. Otherwise, just go back to dolphin like we just did. And then if you want to try the headstand, you press down and you walk as much as you can towards your head with your feet. So your hips are just above your shoulders. That's kind of where you want to get to, because then it almost happens naturally. Try and bring your legs up. I've done this for a long time. Now, if you're using a wall, keep extending long. If you're in dolphin pose, feel free to come down and go back up. And make your way down slowly. Stay in the child's pose. When you come down, same again, hands around by your feet. Coming back to hands and knees. Tuck your toes, press back to the mountain and hold. We're going to come up onto the toes and just shift your weight like you're going to a plank, but keep your hips higher because we're going to do a little jump. And you want to imagine, because it's probably not going to happen, that you're going to jump through. So we're going to go back to the mountain, up onto the toes, strong arms, shift your weight to your hands. Come back to the mountain. Do it again, coming up. Now when we're going to jump, you're going to come forward to try and jump to your hands and cross your ankles over. So jump forward, cross your ankles over, and then you bring your hands back, flick your foot through, your feet through the front. That's your attempt. All right, so stay sitting for a second with the legs straight. Where our goal was. We're going to sit nice and tall, walk the bottom out a little bit, sit on your sit bones. Pull the toes back, pull up a little bit through the quads. Raise your arms up. Sit really tall so your back muscles are strong, your quads are strong, and just stay in that strong seated position. Pull the toes back, working the back, working the core, hold it here. Take another breath like this. And then we slowly come into the forward bend. And then release. Come to lying down onto your back. Lying onto your back. Now, hug your knees into the chest. So we're going to stay with that upside down. We're going to go into the shoulder stand, so it's that straight up. If you want, you can just go into a bridge like we did earlier. If you're going to join me in the shoulder stand, the easiest way is from plow pose. So we're going to take the legs right up and over, and then bring your hands to your bottom and start to extend your legs upwards. Try and walk your hands to your ribs. And then reach as long as you can. Squeeze your glutes. Take the legs over your head. In that stand. And then come all the way down. Now, just lying in Shavasana for a moment. One more breath like this. We're going to take the right knee into the chest. Opposite hand takes the leg across the body, looking towards the right as you twist towards the left. Come back to center, straighten the right leg up to the ceiling. See if you can get a little bit straighter and walk a bit further up, maybe even grabbing your toes. Take the leg down and reach long through the body. The left knee comes into the chest, opposite hand on the knee, and go across the body and hold it here. Back to center. Now raise your leg up towards the ceiling. And again, see if you can get a straighter leg, grabbing your toes or moving further up the leg to the calf, ankle, if you're grabbing by the thigh. And then lower the leg down. Reach back through both arms. Nice deep breath in. We're going to take the arms and reach them towards the toes. Lift your head and shoulders and look towards the toes, and then just float your legs off the ground. And we're just doing this once. So holding, 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 keep reaching. Squeeze, lift pelvic floor, keep holding. And then bring it all down. And then relax into Shavasana. Let's go a little bit more chill. So keeping your eyes closed, connecting to the breath. So let's do another little scan of the body like we started. Just that awareness, how the body's feeling now. Just feel that vitalization, that heat in the body, that strength in the body, that mobility. Spaciousness. A little bit more alertness. And then just connect to your breath. Slow, steady breaths, full body breaths. When you're ready, take your arms overhead and take a big stretch, reaching long. Make your way to sitting. Hands come to a prayer position. Good. Namaste.